Securing your financial future with the Wright Law Alliance. Hello, I'm Stuart, your co-host for the podcast Securing Your Financial Future with the Wright Law Alliance. For those of you new to the podcast, I'd like to introduce you to Angeline Wright, the owner.
Hi, Stuart. It's really good to be with you. I know there are a lot of folks going through some financial hardship, so I'm happy to be here to help.
We're going to continue our series of short podcasts for you guys dealing with financial hardships during COVID-19. Our goals for these podcasts are to provide information that can help you during these unprecedented times. I'm going to ask a series of questions to Angeline focused on scenarios people are dealing with. If you guys listening have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If I'm behind on my mortgage, should I be concerned?
Stuart, you should definitely be concerned if you're behind on your mortgage. But that concern should not stop you from taking action. We don't want that concern to paralyze you. We really want that concern to prompt you into taking action, getting in touch with folks who can help.
Should you contact your mortgage lender before defaulting on your loan?
I think that's an excellent idea. I would say the answer to that is definitely yes. As soon as you see that you might not be able to make your payments, it's a great idea to get in touch with your mortgage company. Some of them may tell you, we can't actually help you until you default on your loan, but many of them will walk through different options they may have for you. And even if they can't help you right then, there will be a record that you reached out to them and they'll know you as a proactive customer. So I think it's a great idea to get in touch with your mortgage lender as soon as you know there'll be a default.
Can loan modification save you from foreclosure?
For many people it can. That might be one of the options that your mortgage loan lender gives you. And just to make sure everyone knows what we're talking about, a loan modification is where you work with your mortgage company to change the terms of your mortgage loan to make it easier for you to pay. So they may stretch out the payments longer than what you have to pay on your mortgage. They may reduce your interest rate. If you're already behind on your mortgage, they may take the payments you're behind and put them on the back end of your loan so that you're already current on your mortgage. So loan modification can be very helpful.
Should you use leasebacks and straw buyers to stop foreclosure?
Stuart, that is a controversial question. People feel very strongly, oftentimes one way or the other. What's important to know is that a leaseback or a straw buyer involves transferring the title to your property to this new person. So now they own the property and you don't, but the mortgage is still in your name. And since the mortgage came before the person who's the straw buyer or the leaseback, then that by itself won't necessarily stop a foreclosure. So usually that person who's buying the property as a straw buyer, they would usually either have to work with a mortgage company or take some other action to stop the foreclosure, like maybe filing a bankruptcy case. But it is very controversial. I don't necessarily recommend people do it because then they've lost control of the property. It's not in their name, but they're still responsible for the mortgage.
Should a homeowner deal with foreclosure right away?
Yes. As soon as you know that the mortgage lender is planning a foreclosure, you should start planning how you're going to deal with that. So you may learn by getting the notice in the mail of the foreclosure, or you may find out because if you're working with your lender, say maybe on a modification and that modification is denied, they may tell you, we're going to send this to our foreclosure department. So as soon as you have some indication that the lender plans to foreclose, then you should start making a plan of how you're going to deal with that.
So if you're going through the foreclosure process, how long do you have to vacate after foreclosure?
That can really depend on where you are, what state you live in, what the eviction laws are like. Here in Georgia, once the foreclosure happens, the new owner of the property has to file an eviction lawsuit against you to make sure they have a right to put you out of the property. But that lawsuit moves very fast in Georgia. You only have 7 days to respond to the lawsuit. And if you respond, there can be a hearing within just a couple of days. So we often tell people it's best to plan to be out within 2 to 3 weeks after the foreclosure happens. So if it happens on Tuesday the 1st, then I would say plan to be out between the 2nd and 3rd week of the month of the foreclosure.
Are there any tax consequences to a foreclosure?
For some people, there can be tax consequences. So it's a great idea if you have a foreclosure that's coming. It's a good idea to talk to your tax person to see if that would be a tax problem for you. It can depend on how much is recovered for the house, whether there's more money left on the mortgage after the house is sold at foreclosure. And it can depend on a lot of things specific to your financial situation as well. Your income, your debts, your household size, lots of different things. So you would definitely want to talk to the person who helps you prepare your taxes to see whether a foreclosure might mean more taxes for you.
Is bankruptcy discharge taxable?
Actually, it is not taxable. So a bankruptcy discharge is a way to get rid of debt so that you don't have to pay it. But unlike canceling debt outside of bankruptcy, which can be taxable, a bankruptcy discharge by law is not taxable.
So if I'm facing a financial hardship, what should I do?
Stuart, for people facing a financial hardship, and there are lots of people in that position right now, the thing to do is really to reach out and get in touch with people who can help guide you through that. Get in touch with people who can tell you what some of your options are and help walk you through that decision process. That is what we provide for folks who contact the Wright Law Alliance. So they can call us at 404-373-9933, or they can go to the website at Wright, WRIGHT, vacatelaw.com. They can chat with us through the website or send us a message through the website, and we'll be happy to help.
That's good to hear, Angeline. We thank you guys for joining us for the podcast, Securing Your Financial Future with the Wright Law Alliance. Look out for the next episode. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out like Angeline said. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up to date with the latest in podcasts and helpful information we look to share with you guys. So this is Stuart signing off. Take care and stay safe.